Welcome to the final lesson here on educator.com lessons on e-marketing. Today we're going to talk about RSS feeds. And of course, this is a very powerful way to spread the message of your craft, your goods, your services, your products, your business, your career, whatever it is that you are trying to communicate out there. Let's dive right in and show you what we're going to talk about today. We'll talk about the purpose of RSS feed and how to add it to your website. Okay, well, obviously the purpose of it is to communicate, okay, your services, your craft. Okay, the other thing, of course, is to build an audience. Okay, people who use this. Okay, let's discuss some of the important businesses out there that may want to use this. Of course, if you are into the cooking or baking, okay, one or the other. Okay, in the baking field, you want to communicate things like recipes, utensils, things like that. Okay, like myself, I am in the internet business. Okay, maybe I'd like to go ahead and talk about how to e-market, how to create RSS feeds, how to do SEO, how to design websites the proper way. Okay, so I may want to have RSS feeds about that. The stock market is a huge attraction for those who want to keep up to date in the markets worldwide or at home. So anyways, these are some of the few of the businesses out there, but by and large, anything you want to communicate, you write it in a blog like WordPress or Blogger, and then you can go ahead and syndicate it, and you can encourage people to either subscribe to it, which we'll show you in a second, or generate a code and add to your website, which we will show today as well. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the next slide here, which we go into syndicated sites. RSS stands for, okay, really simple syndication. And even though it may look techy and very complex, it's actually quite simple. And it's, according to Wikipedia, okay, and this is from Wikipedia, giving credit where credit is due, RSS is used to publish frequently updated works such as a blog, news headlines, audio, and video. So if you have a bunch of those, you want to use AUD. And syndicate, okay, content automatically. In other words, once you've entered an article into a blog, it's automatically syndicated. It's sent out, and of course you want to enhance it by, as we had discussed in the previous lesson with the add this website. Okay. And then a user can either subscribe to a feed by entering into the reader feed's URI or clicking the feed icon. Now, this is the feed icon right here. Once you see that, that means you want to subscribe to it. What happens is once they click on this, okay, it will be stored in your browser, stored in your browser's menu. And I'm going to show you that right now. Okay. And first thing I'm going to do is go onto a website and basically show you what I mean by an RSS feed. So now this is a blog. I've shown this before. This is my blog. And what I want you to understand is that there's a difference between a regular blog site and then the RSS mode of the blog itself. In WordPress, if you go on along the side, you will notice that there is something called Entries RSS. I'm going to go ahead and enhance it a little bit more. You're just going to come off your screen, scroll down, Entries RSS. Okay, so you need to be in the RSS mode to subscribe and to, of course, help generate the code. So again, as I said before in the lesson here, we want to, one, either encourage people to subscribe, okay, or we want to create code so we can add this to different people's websites, and that's what we want to encourage people to do. So going back to this, if we click on Entries RSS, you notice that here it is, that sign. Now, of course, in this case right here, this little sign right here is in blue. If I minimize this one more time, what we have here is a orange one, okay? And in an orange one, basically, well, it doesn't matter. I mean, it just attracts attention. Okay, so if it's orange or blue, whatever the case may be, that's an indication that we want to subscribe. Okay, so again, we're talking about subscribing. We're talking as opposed to creating a code. So let's go to the next slide. Okay, open this. All right, so this is the feeds page. Okay, I guess that's another way. You notice that I did a screen capture of the feeds page. This little icon over here in this page, it's orange. Okay, again in this page, let's go back here. It's blue, orange, blue, doesn't matter. The symbol is pretty much the same. All right, so what you want to do is you want to be able to encourage people to subscribe now. And once it does subscribe now, okay, now before we go, notice that this page has the titles of your different articles and a summary of the article that you wrote. Okay, and that's basically it. This is what people read. So the intention is to kind of give a little intro. If someone was to click on this title over here, they'll go to that article in itself. Let's go back to the browser. As you can see right here, again, I've got the title here, I've got the date that it was written, and then I've got a little bit of a blurb about the article. And if I were to open this up, and I'll open up in a new tab, well, there's the article right there going back to the blog itself, okay, WordPress itself. So, and it's kind of long. There you see my share buttons. All right, so pretty much that's how it goes. Now, what happens when we subscribe? Well, let's go back to if we go ahead and subscribe now, okay, which is this right here, let's go to the next slide. What's going to happen is it's going to ask you if you really want to subscribe, and you'll say yes. When you subscribe, what's going to happen is it's going to store that subscription in your drop-down menu, okay, right here. So it's usually the bookmark toolbar, and then this right here, Web Tips TV, is the name of the blog, okay, so name of blog. And then in a further drop down, okay, right here, are the different articles, okay, that are inside that blog, syndicated. All right, so let's show you an example of what happens. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and press subscribe now. A pop-up window appears. I press subscribe. Look what happens. Okay, watch what happens if I can find it. Recently let's go to bookmarks toolbar. There it is. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and increase the view here, so maybe you can see a little bit better, although I don't know if it makes a difference. I'll go ahead, recently bookmarked. Okay, bookmarks toolbar. There you see Web Tips TV, and there are all the different information, different articles that I have written in WordPress. Okay, so that's how you syndicate. You want to encourage people to click on that little button there. In a lot of websites, you do see little icons, that little RSS feed icon, and that's basically how you encourage people to syndicate your articles. All right, and so again, on the website, the next part is how to add those RSS feeds onto your website. This section right here, if you can see, I know it's kind of hard to see, but this section has the titles of all the articles coming from the same blog. Okay, well actually no, this comes from Yahoo Finance. Okay, so anyways, coming from a similar source, instead of storing this in your browser drop-down menus, this will appear on your website, which is more visible if you have a high visible website. And so for the most part, this is how we want to do things. Okay, and the way to do this is, well, basically you need to go back to this page right here. Okay, this is again the page. Now this time we're going to focus mostly on the URL. So let's go back to the slide and let's go to the next thing. So you want to go to the RSS feed mode, and then you want to go to this website or any website. You want to do a Google keyword, generate RSS feeds. But here's a great website that I use right here. RSS Feed 2JS, and it's not .com actually, and I'm going to go ahead and erase this whole thing. It's actually .org. Okay, so it's Feed2JS. It'll generate the code for you to add to your website. Let's go to the browser. Okay, again, I'm right here. Here is the Feed2JS. Okay, now when you open this, you'll be entering into this page right here. What you want to do is, I'm going to go ahead and again increase the view here. I want to go ahead and press build because I want to build the feed. Okay, now there's a lot of text here, but I'm going to make it real easy for you. Enter the web address of the RSS feed. Okay, well, if I go back to my WordPress, it's right here. Okay, webtipstv.wordpress.com/feed. I copy this web address and then I go ahead and paste it here. Then it asks me a few other questions. Do I want to show a channel? Okay, no, I don't. Or the title. Okay. And description, okay? I just want to show the title. That's all I don't want to show too much of anything, okay? So I would basically just say the title only, okay? So the title only. I don't need the description because again, I'm putting it in a website, and so there's depending on how much room that I have. In this case right here with WebTips TV, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to WebTips TV right now. Excuse me as I type it in. WebTips TV. Let's see if it takes me there. Okay. In this case right here on the bottom part, I don't have much room for a description over here. You notice this right here? So all I have here are titles. So no, I don't want to put a full description over here. Number of items to display. Well, I'd like to display at least, maybe say 5 in this case. Again, depending on the space. In this case, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, actually 5 bullet points. That's good enough for me. Okay, and depending again on the space you allow yourself, you can put up to 10, up to 20, whatever. Show and hide item description. Okay, so again, no descriptions. Okay, show item author. I choose no. Anyways, you just go ahead and now, do I want to open this in a new window? Yes, I do. Okay. Yes, I do, because I rather have them open a new window, but that's my choice. You may not have that similar choice. And then what you want to do is you want to preview the feed. So if I click on preview feed right here, okay, let's see if it appears. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move this over here. All right, hopefully you're able to see. This is what it'll look like, okay? How much is a website? This is what it will look like. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I'll close it, and then I'll generate the JavaScript. And here is the code right here. So you copy this code, insert it to your website, and you will have the results something like this right here. And that's all there's to it, and that's how you syndicate. And you can give this code to just about anybody if they want to have, they want to syndicate your stuff, your good stuff on their websites. All right, and that'll do it for RSS feeds. It's been a pleasure talking about e-marketing. This is Jim Haig for Educator.com.